Hello, my dear Earthlings. Dear ones. I am Archangel Michael. I want to start this week with you. No, there is nothing special about this week. I just like to come here once in a while. To leave some of my energy, my strength, my courage. For each of you. Is the walk difficult? The walk is hard. Is it confused? A lot going on. At the same time. Yeah, I would say for those who are on the road, that road of ascension. I can say that with every step taken, the road becomes a little more amazing. Do not imagine that you will have a flowery road, clean, without any obstacles, that you could even walk with your eyes closed, because you would not stumble, you would not fall. But at the same time you also don't want to close your eyes, because the flowers are beautiful, the nature becomes more and more splendid, but something strange seems to happen. You know the road is like that, but your visions start to get a little blurry. It seems like you can't see anything more clearly and clearly. I wonder why. So, let's put here what's happening with you. Imagine yourself in a great whirlwind. No, don't imagine yourself completely covered with water. Imagine that this whirl is going on from your neck down and you can't steady your foot. But that vortex is not very deep. You can put your foot on the ground, but the force of the water takes you out of place, shakes you, knocks you down. You often dive, you lack air, you feel fear, and suddenly your head goes outwards. And that vortex is still there stirring. It feels like your body is changing, it feels like that water around you is penetrating your skin, internally changing everything that's in there. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it itches. Sometimes it's a chilly feeling. Sometimes it feels like you've been shocked. You hear noises, you hear voices, you hear singing, you hear music. It sounds like you're going crazy. The world around you turns in the same direction as your whirlwind, and you can no longer pay attention to anything. You want to fix your mind, your vision in one point, but you can't anymore, because you rotate all the time. Let's not forget the dizziness, the nausea, some even vomit. But what is this whirlwind? So I really like to put things in pictures, because within your three-dimensional mind, you can understand it better. So imagine you have a pool, a small pool, that fits just one person. The water is just below your shoulders. So you are there still. Every now and then you dive, once in a while you come back to the surface. It is warm, pleasant water, you are there relaxed. Then you decide that you want to ascend. You decide, no, I want to ascend. I want to get there. And when you think about this decision, you don't even have to say anything, just think. It's like this pool has suddenly become a big mixer. and you start spinning. Those waters, once so calm, so warm, begin to stir you, or throw you to one side, to the other. No, you don't get hurt, because it's a special pool where the walls are soft. So you can hit it all you want and you won't get hurt. The speed isn't that great yet, but you already feel like you can't stay in place anymore. And then at the same time, someone presents you with a beautiful program or several programs, which you could do from inside the pool. And then, like a television, you pick one of those shows to watch. And by a strange coincidence, every show you choose, the pool gets more vigorous, and you try to turn that show off by changing the channel. Yeah, but the pool didn't improve, it kept rocking you. Then you think you can substitute one program for another, choose one more. Bad decision, because the pool got even more agitated. And so you try to make many programs, watch several of them, to try to make the pool stop. But with each one you choose, it becomes more and more agitated. And you want to get out of this turmoil, you want to get back to that calm. You want to go back to lying in the hammock and asking for everything. But that little voice inside says, no, you have to ascend. You have to go through this whirlwind. So each program that you chose is a transformative process. It's a process that changes your mind. It's a process that cleans your soul. It's a process that makes you think differently. So this rattling of the pool is nothing more than pulling out of your body, soul, mind, everything that was there clinging, embedded, deep, inside the flesh, inside the soul, inside the mind. And these processes are not simple. It has to shake a lot for it to come out, it takes off from you. So this shaking is a request for forgiveness. It's a movement of forgiveness, it's a new decision not to commit that anymore, it's a new way of thinking in a different way. It's looking at the other in a different way. Every shake is not judging, every push is not criticizing, every forced dip is not judging. And with that, over time, you start to even like this rattle. You begin to learn to keep your bodies balanced, even within the maelstrom, because your bodies are cleaning themselves. Then that vortex starts to get a little weaker. Now if you slip, if you go back to having the old thoughts, the old attitudes, the vortex comes back, because you carried again everything that was already taken away. So understand, my brothers, doing a meditation, doing a procedure, doing whatever we went through is not eternal, it works in that moment that you do, and it remains. If you keep yourself balanced, if you don't take care of yourself, if you focus on non-positive energies, all that work is gone. It's like nothing you've done. That's why the ascension walk is a back and forth walk. You take steps forward, difficult, drag, Now going back is fast and has speed. That's why so often you don't move, you seem to be swimming, swimming, swimming. And you never reach the beach, even though you are seeing the beach right there. Because you slip. You let bad thoughts populate your minds. You connect to energies that are not good. Of course I'm not going to tell you, and I can't even claim it, that nothing you do is unnecessary. Because every time you make a decision to do something, you are propelled forward. This is what makes you move forward. Now, unfortunately, you also come back all the time. Everything that lowers your energy makes you come back, and you come back at an absurd speed. Because that's how it is. If it was just doing everything we went through, you would already be there in 5D, but that's not how it is. Everything that we go through and guide takes you forward with certainty. Now everything that you vibrate wrong pushes you back, and you go back many steps. While when you do a procedure, when you watch those programs on our television, you walk forward, but it's not a fast walk, it's a walk slow. Why is it slow? If we have so much strength, if we have so much love in everything we do for you, why is it slow? Because this needs to change your minds. Learning is what makes you stay ahead. When you are aware of a negative energy, and you say no to it, the learning happened. And then you don't come back. You may not even go forward, because you ran into that energy. But you don't come back. So that learning happened, the steps you took forward, you're still there, you haven't come back. So it's learning that makes you go forward. It's not our processes. They propel you forward. Now staying there is your learning. It's every point, it's every moment, every choice you make. Then yes, you keep ahead. Don't think that doing everything we've been through will take you to the 5th dimension. Again I repeat, what we went through is just an impulse. It's like we catapulted you forward. Now stay there. It's not what we went through, it does. It's the decisions, it's the choices, it's the energies that you connect with. Moving forward on the ascension road is not difficult, there are many techniques that help. The big problem is staying there, where you got to. But I guarantee you, with the passage of time, that whirlwind will no longer be strong, because you will have learned your lesson. Today, when you take a false step, your bodies scream, your minds scream. Those who are aware feel, I did something wrong, because your own body already manifests. So right now, it's time to stop and think, what did I do wrong? And just stopping, sitting and analyzing already shows that you are aware. Your payoff won't be that great, because you're learning your lesson. So every time you make a mistake and are aware of the mistake, that backward slide is not so violent, you don't miss so much on the road. So right now, the only thing you need to worry about is your thoughts, your attitudes, your words, your feelings. so that you can stay where everything you're doing is taking you. Otherwise, you go back and forth, but you come back a lot and you will have to start all over again on the walk. No, you don't need to restart all the procedures. This would be unfeasible. It's just a learning experience. Continue where you are, but learn to be aware of the mistakes you make, of what you are emanating. Everything has a consequence, every action a reaction. So be very careful, have a lot of respect for every choice you make, so that you can keep up there, where everything you do is taking you. Learn, it's no use asking for forgiveness for us. Oh, I was wrong, forgive me. No, no, no. Don't ask for forgiveness for us, because we don't judge and we don't forgive anyone. Because there is nothing to forgive. You didn't do anything to us, you did against yourself. But don't judge yourself either, don't crucify yourself. Don't martyr yourself either. Wrong. What do you have to do? Decree that mistake will never be made again and keep your word. Don't allow that mistake to envelop you once more. Learn to live unconditional love. This is the first big step. Because when you make the decision to live with just unconditional love, everything else becomes small, everything else is easy to take away. Because living in unconditional love is what's hard. That's where you hurt. You don't act with love. You may not even speak, but you think criticizing. So close your thoughts and mouths. When you realize that you are going to do, speak, or act, or think something wrong, stop. Immediately, change the vibration. Because if you change the vibration, the slide is small, it instantly stops. And you changing the vibration start walking forward again. This is the big lesson. Don't put everything into the procedures and techniques you do, they are not miraculous. Yes, they drive you forward, if done with love. With dedication, they drive you forward. But you're the ones who stay ahead, not the technique. So don't be thinking that by doing technique A, to B, to C, to D, to E, 1,000 techniques, you will be more and more ahead. Yes, you will be more and more up ahead, but every mistake you make, every mistake you don't take care of, you come back, and forth and back and forth, and all that space you walked, you'll lose everything. So don't put the techniques as a stepping stone, so that you get to the front faster and stay there. Yes, you will get there at the front. Now remain there, that's another story. Peace be with you. Thank you for watching.